So S.T. Coleridge's The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. What is the poem about? Okay. So you see over there, what you see, and a ship. Some persons are on board, and an albatross, and a bird. And it seems that the crews, they are playing, they are making fun with the bird. We know the bird, albatross, a special sea bird, okay, and they are playing with that. So, Samuel Taylor Coleridge's The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is a captivating ballad. What is ballad? And delves into themes of fate, doom, and seafaring and superstitions. So, this poem, Rime of the Ancient Mariner, is a ballad. What is a ballad? Ballad is a form of a poem narrating a story in short stanzas. Short stanzas means stanza, 4 lines stanza or 6 lines stanzas. Okay, short stanzas. Excuse me, madam. Yes. Your friend, your phone might very cute, isn't it? So please keep your phone in your bag, please. I have several eyes. Out of these 2 eyes. Okay. Samuel Taylor Coleridge's Rime of the Ancient Mariner in a ballad. Ballad is a poem or a style of writing. There will be short stanzas. 4 lines stanzas are called quatrain. Okay, quatrain. So in ballad, we will be narrating a popular story consisting short stanzas. And the popular story, sometimes the narrator of these popular stories are unknown. Okay, that is the ballad. So our T.S. Coleridge's The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is a ballad. But we know the writer's name. Who is the writer? But Rime of the Ancient Mariner is consisted of short stanzas like quatrains. Okay. So this is. And what is the theme of this poem? Fate, doom, seafaring, and superstitions. Published in 1798 as a part of the first edition of the Lyrical Ballads, the poem is considered a pivotal moment in the transition to the modern poetry and the rise of British Romantic literature. As I have said, the before Romantic period, the period of English literature is called Neoclassical period or the Classical period. In the Classical period, there was a firm adherence or the strict adherence to rules and regulations. কবিতা কিভাবে লিখতে হবে, কবিতার ভাষা কি হবে, কবিতার মধ্যে কোন জিনিসগুলো লেখা যাবে না. So there was a firm or a strict adherence to rules, regulation of writing poetry, and the firm or strict adherence to the themes of poetry. But with the publication of lyrical ballads, that strict adherence broke. That there will be no restriction of writing poems. Okay? Poems will be the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. That is the main theme of lyrical ballads. In the lyrical ballads, it is the poetry. What should be the poetry? Poetry should be the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. হাজার বছর ধরে আমি হাঁটিতেছি পৃথিবীর পথে, সিংহল সমুদ্র হতে নিলয় সাগরে. So that is, can it be possible that human can walk for 100 হাজার বছর, 1 বছর ধরে হাঁটতে পারে? Okay. So that is the thing of Romantic poetry. So lyrical ballads was a transition from the new classical and the classical to the English Romantic literature. Okay, so Rime of the Ancient Mariner is one of them. The poem tells the story of an old sailor, the mariner. In case of a ship, there will be the chief captain, sailor, and apart from the chief, there will be several other sailors. The chief is called the captain, and the other are called crew. C-R-E-W, crew. So, the story of the Rime of the Ancient Mariner is of an old sailor and the mariner who recounts his harrowing sea voyage to a wedding guest. And that old sailor started telling a story to you or me, no, a guest. There was a wedding party, and wedding party you naturally see many guests will be coming over there. বিবাহের কোনো অনুষ্ঠানে তো হাজার হাজার মানুষ আসবে, হাজার হাজার না আসলে তো শ মানুষ আসবে, তাই না? এরকমই একজন গেস্ট দাওয়াত খেতে আসছে এবং এখানে অনুষ্ঠান হচ্ছে, তার সামনে বসে আছে হচ্ছে আমাদের এই বৃদ্ধ নাবিক। যেতে যেতে একজনকে সে আটকালো, একজন গেস্টকে আটকাই গল্প করা শুরু করলো। The wedding guest was trying to enter into the wedding party. The feast is ready, table is ready. Everybody was making fun over there, eating over there, but the wedding guest couldn't go. The wedding guest was hypnotized. Hypnotized, you know?
Yes, sir.
মনে হলো যে আপনার স্বাভাবিক কাজ কর্ম সবকিছু আপনি ভুলে গেছেন এবং হা করে শুনছেন। That is the hypnotized. The wedding guest was hypnotized by the mariner's story, the old sailor's story. So he recounts his harrowing sea voyage to a wedding guest. The mariner's tale begins with his ship setting sail. The story starts when they starts their journey, but soon a storm drives them south towards the icy waters of the Antarctic. In my drawing room, in my house drawing room, there is a map of Bangladesh and there is also a map of world. My daughters always ask me, what is this? What is this? There is nothing there. There is the lower portion is in the map, world map, north, south, east, west. And in the south pole you will see a dark white color space, and that is the Antarctic. Their journey, that means mariner journey, started in a good weather, and abruptly their ship started going to the Antarctic, and in the lower portion of the world map, Antarctic, the icy waters of the Antarctic. And then what happened? As the ship navigates the treacherous water, an albatross appears. And in the Antarctic, a person can live there? Actually, lots of iceberg over there. And the temperature always will be minus 20, minus 30, minus 35. Okay, that means it's for the global warming, the temperature of the Antarctic is growing, and for this reason ice are dissolving, so that is another indication. But in that, the mariner ship went towards Antarctic Ocean, and in that Antarctic Ocean anybody couldn't live, and for this reason there was no favorable wind so that their ship can move forward. জাহাজ সামনে যেতে পারছিল না, তারা একটা জায়গায় স্টাক হয়ে বসেছিল। আর সমুদ্রের পানির মধ্যে আপনি বসে আছেন, সমুদ্রের পানিতে খাওয়া তো দূরের কথা, মুখেও নিতে পারবেন না, এত সল্ট। If you visit St. Martin and Portugal, okay, so that was the treacherous, that was the pitiable condition they had been suffering when their ship went to the southern part of this world map, that is towards the Antarctic continent. Then abruptly a seabird named albatross appears, and bringing with it a favorable wind. They were in a pitiable condition. They can't drink water, they can move forward, they are stuck to a fixed place. At that time, albatross came and gentle breeze started blowing in their mind, and also their move started moving forward. So it indicates that albatross came as a good omen, a good sign that brought them life. That means they were in a position that anytime they might die. But when albatross came, gentle breeze came and they started to move. So with the favorable wind that guides them out of the ice, and the sailors welcome the albatross as a good omen, and it becomes a symbol of hope and good fortune. Okay, so albatross indicates the good omen. That means they are now getting gentle breeze and they can move forward. They have no ice around their ship. Everything is good. So albatross indicates the good omen that could save their life. However, in a moment of inexplicable madness, inexplicable, that can be explained, madness, the mariner shoots and kills the albatross. Look here, the jolly mood, the albatross. Always the sailors, always they are happy. They are giving them food. They are playing with him, and it means that there is a pet bird, most probably like that. They are playing with theirs. But if you ask, why did mariner kill the albatross? There is no logic. For a whimsical reason, without any reason, without anything. Okay, mariner shoot the albatross and killed this beautiful bird, and however, in a moment of inexplicable madness, the mariner shoots and kills the albatross with his crossbow. Crossbow means dhanu. And the other sailors are initially furious with the mariners for killing the bird they believed to be responsible for the favorable winds. The other sailors, the other crews, they were angry. Why did you kill that bird? The bird came and gentle breeze started blowing, and we are getting out of this icy weather. Our ship was moving forward. So they were asking the mariner, why did you kill the bird? What is the reason? So you are responsible for killing the good woman bird. They started rebuking the sailor. But after the bird's death, the fog clears and the winds continues to blow, leading the crew to believe that the albatross was the source of the fog and mist. Okay, so the explanation a little bit changed. First time, the sailors, other sailor started rebuking mariner that you have killed the bird, and next time they said that the bird brought mist and fog, so you have killed the birds. That is okay. Okay, that means they are in a hovering condition. That is, sometimes the sailors were rebuking old sailor for killing the bird, and sometimes they are not rebuking. They are supporting the killing of the birds. Okay. So mariner is responsible for killing the bird. That's okay. And what is the sailor's fault? The sailor's fault is that sometimes they rebuke the sailors for killing the bird, but next time they thought that the sailors, the bird was the source of fog and mist, so it was good to kill the albatross. That means they supported the killer albatross. Mariner. Okay. The killing of the albatross sets in motion a chain of events that leads to the ship's downfall. But gradually, for the killing of the birds, gradually the ship going northward, southward, and the wind ceases. বাতাস বন্ধ হয়ে গেল, leaving the ship trapped in a vast calm sea. In the sea you will not see anything. In the sea you will not see anything. First one SEA and second one SEE. In the sea you will not see anything. The vastness, and they went to a portion of the ocean there is calm and cool, vast, but there was no wind. Wind ceases. The sailors became increasingly thirsty. Their supply of foods finished. Their desperation grows as they are surrounded by water and they cannot drink. And the mariner, haunted by his action, sees a ghostly ship approaching. Then, when they were stuck in a ship, in an ocean, in a vast, large portion of the ocean, their supply of food and drinking water finished. No gentle bridge. They are stuck in a portion of the ocean. They were about to die. At that time, a phantom ship, a ghostly ship appears. একটা জাহাজ আসলো। এই জাহাজের মধ্যে মনে হচ্ছে যে এটাকে বলা হচ্ছে ফ্যান্টম শিপ। ফ্যান্টম মানে হচ্ছে কি, প্রেতাত্মা। একটা জাহাজ, যে জাহাজটাতে মনে হচ্ছে যে কিছু নাবিক আছে, কিন্তু নাবিকগুলো মনে হচ্ছে ছায়ার মতো। Horror, supernatural. And then the phantom ship approaching a ship, and in the desperate attempt to alert his crew, he bites his arm and drinks his own blood. The ghostly ship sailing without wind. তাদের জাহাজ চলতেছে না, কোনো বাতাস নাই, কিন্তু যে জাহাজটা আসছে সেই জাহাজটা সেই আস্তে আস্তে তাদের মধ্যে যাচ্ছে, কোনো বাতাস নেই। তাহলে সেই সময় তো ইঞ্জিন চালিত জাহাজ ছিল না, বাতাসের মধ্যেই জাহাজ চলবে। ওকে, কিন্তু যে জাহাজটা আসছে, phantom ship was moving. Can it be possible that a ship can move without wind? And again, that is the phantom ship. And who are the crew? The death itself is the crew. Some person, the death, the ghostly ship sailing without wind carries death. এর মধ্যে মৃত্যু, এর যাত্রী, এই ফ্যান্টম জাহাজের যাত্রী কয়জন? একজনের নাম হলো মৃত্যু আর একজনের নাম হলো লাইফ ইন ডেথ। So life in death and death, they are who gamble for the souls of the sailor. Okay, so they are debating. They are debating. So in the phantom ship, there are some crews, and the crews are death and life in death. Okay, they are arguing what would be the punishment of the soldiers who have killed the Albatros. Okay, they are making toss, they are making gambling. They gambling that what would be their result. Life in death wins, and the mariner's soul and the sailors begin to die of thirst and falling to the deck one by one. Okay, so in the gamble it indicates that mariner will alive and the other will die. So all will die and the mariner will alive. The mariner is left alone on the ship, haunted by the albatross hanging around his neck. That means the other sailor, they said that you have killed the albatross. The albatross came with good luck and good wind, and you have killed the bird. So what is your punishment? The albatross will be hanged on your neck. Kar golai chhule dibe? So, after coming of the phantom ship, it was declared that the mariner will alive and other will die. So, all will die, and mariner, only the mariner left alive and hanging, keeping the albatross hanged on his neck as the punishment. So, look here, an ocean, and the ocean, vast ocean, there was no wind, and the mariner only alive and keeping the dead albatross hanged on in his neck. That is the pitiable condition of the albatross, and the constant reminder of his sin. So whenever you will be alive, so sin and redemption, sin and redemption. Sin, after committing a sin, if anybody becomes sorry from the core of his heart, that means I have done a wrong, then that sin can be redeemed. সেই অপরাধটা ক্ষমা হয়ে যেতে পারে। এখন সে জাহাজের মধ্যে সমস্ত নাবিক মরে পড়ে আছে, শুধু মরে পড়ে নাই, তাদের প্রত্যেকের চোখ তাকিয়ে আছে কার দিকে? মেরিনারের দিকে। মেরিনার একাই, কোনো কথা বলতে পারছে না, কারণ পানি খায় নাই, কোনো প্রকার কোনো মুভমেন্ট নাই, এবং তার গলায় একটা কি অ্যালবার্ট্রস ঝুলে আছে। এবং at that time he had been thinking of his sin. What is the sin? That means he killed the albatross without any reason. That is a guest-host relationship. In every religion, if anybody comes to your house, he or she will be your guest, and the host responsibility will always be protected the guest. And that guest-host relationship was violated by King Lear, Lady Macbeth. Lady Macbeth and Macbeth killed King Duncan, keeping the guest in their house. Shakespeare's Lady Macbeth. In the same way, the albatross was their guest, and the guest was killed by mariner and the old sailor. So that is the violation of the guest-host relationship. So the sailor had been thinking about his crime. So why did I kill? That means he himself alone, alive. সে একাই তো বেঁচে ছিল, এই সময় সে তার সিনের কথা স্বীকার করতেছিল, ভাবতেছিল, রিমাইন্ডার অফ দিস সিন, and he is forced to wander the world and sharing his tale as a warning to others. And সে শুধু পাপের কথা ভাবছে না, সে যে কি অন্যায়টা করেছিল সেটা সে প্ল্যান করছিল, যে যদি আমি বাঁচতে পারি তাহলে আমি যে অন্যায়টা করেছি এই অন্যায়টা যেন অন্যরা না করে, এটা আমি অন্যদেরকে কি করব, বলবো। সে দুটো জিনিস ভাবতেছিল, কি really, that means he has done a great mistake by killing the albatross, and second one, he was thinking that if he becomes if he get rid of this situation, then he will be telling his story to others, so that other couldn't do or other cannot do such kind of heinous crime. Heinous crime, that means জঘন্য অপরাধ যেন কেউ না করে, যে কোনো কারণ ছাড়াই গেস্টকে, কোনো কারণ ছাড়াই কোনো পাখিকে, কোনো কারণ ছাড়াই কোনো জীবকে যেন হত্যা না করে। So these two things he had been thinking. The poem's narrative structure is masterful, using personification, repetition, and a vivid imagery to create the sense of danger and the supernatural. As I have seen, that means Coleridge is a poet. In case of romantic poetry, you see that love of nature will be there, love of imagination will be there, love of supernatural will be there. Okay, love of imagination. মানুষ যে কল্পনা করে যে খুশি হতে পারে, সেই অ্যাসপেক্টটাই তৈরি করেছে রোমান্টিক লিটারেচার, যে ইমাজিনেশন, মানুষ কোনো কিছু ভালো কিছু কল্পনা করেও হ্যাপি হতে পারে। ওকে, সো ইন কেস অফ S.T. Coleridge, that is the love of supernaturalism, love of nature, but in the nature he has seen what is the ocean. Ocean is a part of nature, the phantom ship is a part of nature, albatross is a part of nature. With the elements of nature, S.T. Coleridge vindicates the supernaturalism in his poetry. So S.T. Coleridge is called a poet of supernaturalism, but in case of S.T. Coleridge's supernaturalism, nature becomes the vehicle of supernaturalism. উনি তো কোনো সায়েন্স ফিকশন মুভির মধ্যে দিয়েও তো সুপারন্যাচুরালিজম দেখাতে পারেন, উনি সেটা করেন না, দেখিয়েছেন কার মধ্যে দিয়ে, নেচারের মধ্যে দিয়ে। And for this reason, S.T. Coleridge is a romantic poet, and in S.T. Coleridge's poem you see supernaturalism, and the supernaturalism in such a way that nature plays the part of that supernaturalism. Okay, so in this supernaturalism you see in S.T. Coleridge's life. So repetition will be there, create a sense of danger and the supernaturalism and serenity. Coleridge's use of language, particularly the archaic vocabulary and the rhythmic flow that the ballad form, adds to the poem's haunting and timeless quality. The inspiration for the rhyme of the ancient mariner is a subject of mass debate. Some believe that Coleridge was inspired by the conversation with a fellow poet, William Wordsworth, who had read with George Selborne's accounts of a voyage where an albatross was killed. Others suggest Others suggest the poem was inspired by a dream Coleridge's friend had after reading Thomas James' account of a. These are the source. Okay, many claim that actually S.T. Coleridge heard this story from his life, from one of his friend. Some other things, the source might be from one of his other source. Okay, but there is also a theory that the mariner may be inspired by Fletcher Christian, who led the mutiny on the HMS Bounty. So that might be another source. What is the source of this poem? Regardless of its origin, the Rime of the Ancient Mariner remains a powerful and enduring work of literature, and it explores the theme of guilt, redemption, and the consequence of our action. Consequence of our action. What you will do? Think before doing a thing. Think before doing a thing. So that indicates that if you do something and if it becomes wrong, you will get punishment. So this Rime of the Ancient Mariner does such kind of explanation that it's the powerful, and it explores the theme of guilt, redemption, and the consequence of our action. The poem's haunting imagery and his exploration of the supernatural continues to captivate readers centuries after its publication. So Rime of the Ancient Mariner is a romantic ballad, explores the theme of fate, doom, and seafaring and superstitions, and is considered a pivotal moment in the transition of the modern poetry. The mariner, in a moment madness, kills an albatross, setting in motion a chain of events and leads to the ship's downfall, including the death of his crew. The mariner is left alone, haunted by the albatross, and forced to wander the world and sharing his tale as a wandering to others about the consequence of the action. So this is the poem Rime of the Ancient Mariner. So Rime of the Ancient Mariner is the story of a albatross who started their journey from an ocean, and abruptly their ship went to the southern part of this ocean, and there they were stuck. And after that, an albatross came over here. Albatross became the friend of the sailors. They were playing with the albatross, and abruptly the old sailor killed the albatross, and then by killing the albatross, the ship is stuck to in a portion of the ocean. They were about to die. At that time, a phantom ship visited their ship, and all the sailors died. Only the mariner were alive, and the mariner had thought of his sin, and mariner had been thinking of doing good for the other creature, small or thing. And next time their ship, the albatross, fall on the ocean, and the sailor observed some sea creatures playing in the ocean, and sailors felt pity on the sea fish or the sea creatures, and for this reason his sin was redeemed. সে যে এই যে সমুদ্র ছোট ছোট প্রাণীগুলো এর প্রতি যে দয়া করলো, সে যে তার সিন করেছে এটা যে স্বীকার করলো, এবং অন্যেরা যেন এরকম সিন না করে, এই জন্য তাদেরকেও এই গল্পটা সে বলবে। এই সব কিছু কাজের জন্য তাকে হচ্ছে মাফ করে দেওয়া হলো, এবং সে সে জায়গায় থেকে সেখান থেকে রক্ষা পেল। ওকে, দ্যাট ইজ দ্য স্টোরি অফ দিস poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Okay. Yes.
Sir, এখানে ডেথ কি হচ্ছে, মানে পানিশমেন্ট কি ছোট করে দেখা হচ্ছে, সবাইকে মেরে ফেললো যারা কোনো ক্রাইম করে নাই, বাট যে মেরিনার শুট করলো ও মেইনলি ক্রাইমটা করেছে, ওকে জাস্ট একটা পানিশমেন্ট দেওয়া হলো, মৃত্যু দেওয়া হলো।